pretty fun thing me and Xander like to do from time to time. We hardly ever really get anything to grow, but we have fun doing it, right? What up, YouTube? It's your boy Bartholomew. Back to another video. And what I've been doing a little research, y'all. And you know, when I say research, I mean I watch some YouTube videos and I Google some stuff. Well, I came across something I thought was pretty interesting. It was called square foot gardening, and it was invented by a guy named I think it's Bartholomew. And his whole point, he was an engineer. He wasn't a horticulturist or a gardener, but he was an engineer. His whole thing was he wanted to figure out a way where he can maximize his garden space and grow the most fruits and vegetables that he could grow. And it was designed for beginner gardeners, which I am. I'm a beginner gardener, remember? All right. So the whole concept of it is to take your beds and split it into squares or cells, and you're gonna put your plants in those cells. So what I'm gonna do, first off, let me tell you what I got. I got my handy dandy drill, a screwdriver, power screwdriver, whatever you want to call it, and I got a counterboard bit. This is what it looks like. Focus. All right. So I'm gonna start my bit, and then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back and get some run some screws in there. And I went to Home Depot and I got this twine. It was $2.98. You know, I keep up with the prices and everything. So I got the twine, I got my counterboard bit, and I got my other bit with screws. So what I'm gonna do, get down so you can see me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get my tape measure, and I'm gonna try to talk through it best way to my understanding. Now remember, this is my first time trying it too. So do your own research and make sure you understand it before you try it. So I need my tape measure and some screws. So I'll be right. Got a tape measure. I got my marker to mark it. I think I got everything. Alright, and something else I want to tell you about that counterboard bed. The purpose of it is where you can bury the screw head. So when you're working over your bed, you don't scratch and scrape yourself, you know what I mean? But you don't need a counterboard bed. You can get a bigger bed and lightly go into the wood, and then get your regular bed and go down in there. Alright, y'all. So first thing I'm gonna do, I made these beds myself, so they're not perfect, but you're gonna measure the inside. I was going for 6x2, but this is a little wider, so it's instead of 24 inches closer to 28. So I'm just gonna call it 14 and mark it. So y'all be patient with me. Come on, my first time. All right, right at 14, I'm gonna make a mark. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drill my hole, and I forgot the screws, y'all. So we're gonna pause now. Remember, I don't like to do a whole bunch of editing, so you can get some weird shots and all this and that. Don't worry about that. Focus on what we're doing. Focus. Focus. All right, I got my screws. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put a counterbore hole. I thought I would. I make sure it's on there good. Tighten it all the way up. All right, let's try it again. Still ain't working, y'all. Hold on. Make sure I tighten it all the way in there. Hurry up, they waiting. Come on. It ain't gonna work like that. Hurry up. Come on now. Now, while y'all waiting on me, it's an Allen bolt on the side that I was supposed to tighten up, but I didn't. So the counter board bit didn't work. Well, we ain't gonna worry about the counter board hole. How about that? We just gonna make a hole and we're gonna drill out screws in there. So I got my other bit of screw, and what I'm gonna be using, I'm gonna be using some leftover deck wood screws that I replaced some boards on my deck with. And how long the screws are, you ain't gotta use screws. You probably can use tacks or nails or whatever you got. Don't buy nothing for this if you want to try it. Alright. Put that down in there. Next thing, I'm gonna get my twine. And I'm gonna take this twine from one end to the other. Alright, twine, tie it off. And I'm gonna take it to the other end. But I'm not gonna bore y'all with that detail. I'm gonna go ahead, do the same thing I did here, and run it straight down the middle, and then I'm gonna show you how to do the individual seals. Alright y'all, I'm back. I pre-bored the holes all the way up the sides of the board. Started on here and measured 12 inches, went all the way down. So this should give me exactly, that look crooked. Maybe this crooked, because that's supposed to be measured right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start my screws. Both sides. I don't know if you can see this side. Alright. So I got my screws in there. Take these gloves off. Fun fact, got these gloves from the Dollar Tree for $1. That's a win. Alright y'all. So I'm gonna get my twine. Now once I get these tied in, I'm gonna screw it all the way down. Got one side tied. Cut that one short. Don't worry about it. Get another piece. And I just tie onto that piece. Gonna do a little Boy Scout knot. Boom. I'm gonna wrap around here, tie it off. I'm gonna try to keep mine tight. And there you go. Now, it might look a little crooked, but it's crooked right here where I got these in here. It's shifted this way. So trust me, that's a sale, but we can measure it. A little more than 12. A little less than 12. Close to 12. A little more. You know what? It looks darn good to me, no matter what. So I'm gonna repeat this process all the way down. And then once I repeat the whole process all the way down, and I come back and show you what it look like. Alright? Alright y'all, this is the finished product. Now, the whole purpose of this is to maximize my growing space. And for each cell, it's so much that you can plant in each cell, and they have a whole chart about it. I'll probably put some examples when I go back and edit it. But for example, something else I found that was cool, like for this one cell you can plant 16 carrots. For one cell, it's one tomato. But I'm gonna try to get around that by putting, I can fit a tomato cage in this one. So technically I probably can put 3 in them because of the tomato cage, and they're growing straight up and it won't interfere with other cells. But I'm trying this out, y'all. This is supposed to be for beginner gardener. If this works, it's gonna be great. So I'm just out here just giving you some more ideas on how you can do stuff. I mean, if you're trying to maximize your growing, this is worth a try if you're a beginner gardener. If you're experienced gardener, then this probably ain't your thing. But I'm Broke Farmer 76, and from the dirt to the gut, I'm always gonna eat. Y'all enjoy y'all day, y'all.